Hi, I'm Lois Mkize, and you're watching Joburg Today.
If you're looking for interesting ways to literally brighten up your life, then Color Cafe in Hyde Park is the place to be. Silla Williamson has created a haven for ceramic painting fun, and here's why she thinks you should visit.
It's a happy place. It's creative, it's calm, it's time away from what's going on in the outside world. It's family time, it's friends time. Come and have a cappuccino with your friend. Make something creative. It's a useful item. You can use it at home. You can drink out of your mug that you've painted once we've glazed it. So you can make, you've hand painted your own coffee cup, your own cereal bowl.
Silla gave us a blow-by-blow account of exactly how this process works.
So there's a huge selection to choose from. We do have a lot of decorative items for the children. They love the unicorns, the elephants, the puppies, and then obviously there's the useful items of the platters and the plates and the mugs and the bowls. So you choose your item that jumps out at you. They are all priced, and that price is inclusive of your time here, the paint, the firing and the glazing. So you know up front what your budget is and what you can afford and what if that's for you. So we have a huge selection of paints, over 60 colours. It's an underglazed paint, so it's a specific paint for the ceramics that withstands the temperatures of the kilns. So you paint your item. This is not quite finished, but this is a work in progress. Once it is completed, you pay for it on the day, and then you come back at a later date to collect it. Then we do the work in the next room. So it goes into a kiln for the first firing to harden on the paint. Because after painting we can actually rub this off and it will come off. So we harden it on at 850 degrees and we take it out of the kiln and then we dip it in a glaze which covers the item completely. We can't see the colours or the design, and that's a transparent glaze. And that goes into the kiln for the second time at 1080 degrees. So it'll burn the cake. It's a long process as well, obviously, to get up to that sort of temperature. It's a good 10-12 hours, and then it has to cool down as well. So again, the same sort of duration of time, and we can't rush it. Obviously, these items would break if we'd open the door too early. And then it's okay, unpacking them, and this is your finished product. Shiny, glazed, ready to drink the biggest cup of coffee out of.
The Color Cafe is clearly evidence that tranquility can be found anywhere. So we encourage you to get out of your comfort zone, pick up a paintbrush and explore your creative side.
I had a 96-year-old who regularly came and painted. She loved it. I get the babies coming in to put their handprints on a plate or a mug with the name, and that's the gift for the grandparents, and that's a beautiful keepsake. Those hands will never stay that size. A lot of children's parties, but I must say a lot more adults and actually varsity students are coming in a lot more. And they love it. And it's a group of friends that come, they paint themselves, something again useful, a mug. But a lot of team buildings. Bridal showers have been popular now as well with the summer coming in. So we've had quite a few bridal showers where we're just small little gatherings. They paint something for themselves or they paint a plate set for the bride-to-be. Yeah.
The executive mayor for the city of Johannesburg, Dr. Mpho Phalatse, has been keeping busy since her inauguration.
I'm Mpho Phalatse, your executive mayor for the city of Johannesburg. I'm a medical doctor by profession and the first black woman to wear the mayoral chain in the City of Gold. After the first few months in office, it's a tradition to report back to your residents on progress made. It's part of the delays in formulating our multi-party government coalition, which is without doubt the largest this country has seen to date. I sit here today to report back to you on our performance during the first few months of our administration, the golden start. In our Golden Start, we addressed key areas that are broken and need fixing, and also aimed to achieve specific goals in order to get the basics right. The multi-party government approved a 77 billion rand budget. We've taken a tough stance against households, businesses and government departments who default on paying their municipal accounts. The city has approved the building of 10 new clinics to care for our residents. 1,800 new JMPD officers have been trained, and 1,100 new social housing units are being built. I also must acknowledge the brave men and women from our health services who led the fight against COVID-19. Without each and every one of you, we would have been unable to change the mask mandate and begin to return to life as normal. Our community clinics were an essential part of the fight against COVID. These clinics form an essential part of our healthcare arsenal and are often the closest to where people live and work. A full Golden Report can be accessed on the city's website, which is www.joburg.org.za. Well, as the new Joburg multi-party government, we laid out 7 mayoral priorities in line with what our residents asked us to do for them in this 5-year term. Our 7 priorities start with getting the basics right, getting the city functional again. That talks to the supply of energy, of electricity, water. Clean streets, roads that are tarred, and so on. So all the basics that will make it livable and a place to work and do business, but also a good place to visit for our tourists. Our second priority focuses on safety and security. And for this, what we promised our residents to do is to increase our boots on the ground in terms of the police force, but also to work in a more integrated fashion with other tiers of government and other law enforcement agencies. The third thing we promised our residents was to give them a caring city. That's a city that recognizes that not everybody in the city is the same. Some people require a little bit of help. Some people are vulnerable and marginalized, and some people can't afford to live in Johannesburg. And so we've identified those vulnerable groups and we assist them through various modalities. The fourth thing we promised our residents is to be a business-friendly city. A city that's open to do business, that cuts the red tape and makes it easy for the business sector to interface with government. Then we promised them an inclusive city, and this is through the provision of different housing modalities, but also inclusive settlements that also have social and community development amenities. Our priority number 6 is for a well-run city. Focuses on financial sustainability, focuses on the city being corruption-free, and it focuses on us having the right relationships with the regulators such as the National Treasury as well as the Auditor General. And our last priority is to give our residents a smart city, making sure that Johannesburg is smart from the institution itself, that we're doing everything in as smart a manner as possible, and that we incentivize smart solutions from all our departments and entities, but also that everything that we roll out on the ground is smart.
This insert has been brought to you by the City of Johannesburg.